Hi everyone, so in today's video we'll be trying out these two new sets that Darren Press has brought to HSN for the March 4th craft day. One of them is a Shadowbox set, and I think it's a standalone thing, but you want to decorate it and do some other fun things. So I'm going to pair it with the stamp die and stencil set called Stenciling the Sentiment, and then maybe some ephemera and things like that, right? Obviously are fun papers. So let me get these guys open. So I believe this one is all dies. Let's check that out. But they did send this free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. Any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. And again, with HSN and YouTube currently, it might be embedded in the video down in the description box towards the top. Oh, I love this. We have a postage edge. I mean, this is very cute just to use as a frame. And then the scalloped edge one. And then we have some background pieces, maybe matte layers. I mean, if you didn't want to, you know, use this as a shadow box, you just want to use it for like a flat card. So let's check this out. I love this already. I love the shapes. Okay. And then you have this piece that's like a gusseted kind of piece. Of course, it comes with your standard issue items, your two sticky sheets with an applicator with some info on how to use them, and then your marquee cutting folder. If you do not have the marquee, these thin metal dies will go through any machine that cut thin metal dies. So let's look at how it's intended to be used. And then, yeah, but like I said, I mean, if you just want matte layers and things like that, you can definitely create them here. So, okay. So the Shadowbox back is this one with that bigger, thick piece. See how it has the lines, but then it has a thicker piece? That's what that is. And then the Shadowbox front. Oh, okay. Well, okay. What they're saying here is to pair it, but we'll get to it in a minute because you do need a frame. So the huge background and then the frame. Just trying to make sense of that one just because this one does have the metal. I think it's supposed to be this guy. Okay, just ignore what I said, but we'll put it together. The Shadowbox, the two sides, right? You need the sides. And then the frame itself. So either the scalloped edge or the postage edge one. And then you're going to put glue on these guys. Of course, you're going to extend that background piece and then flip it to the front basically to hold on to this one that makes it sturdy, that frame that we saw, this one. And then you attach your decorative frame to that. So you're going to have a little sturdiness from that background piece, which is really cool. And then it still lays flat, basically, right? So you can kind of send it out and things like that, or put it into an envelope. So very cool. Okay, so for this, when we go back to it, the Shadowbox back is this one, this larger one. So I'm not sure what that was supposed to depict. And then you're going to center them to make a Shadowbox front, so you have a frame, okay? So that's what they're showing you there. Sorry, the image was different from the dies themselves, so I misspoke a little bit there, so hopefully that makes sense. But like I said, we're going to go through and put that together. I love that just for the frames. I think that's really fun. And then matte layers, right? Okay, so, oh, you know what? Before we move on too far, let me give you some measurements. So that inside, you know, metal to metal is 5 inches. And then the other direction it is about 4 inches. And then the larger, you know, scalloped edge, and I'm looking metal to metal, is 5 1/4, just a little over 5 1/4 inches by 4 1/8. Okay. So let's put that down. Yep, very cool. And then this one is very interesting to me, so let's check this out. Because I think it has stencils for the wording. So we have these words, thankful, congrats it looks like. Maybe we should look at and see what they are. Happy, I can see that. Sending, may miss you. So again, our staple items here. The instruction, these guys, our cutting folder. So let's look at the inspo or instruction sheet so we know what we're looking at. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so thankful, like it has 3 stencils to go along with it. And then you end up with thankful with different coloring, right? Which is really cool. And you can cut it out with the die. And you have like for you, for your support, for your friendship. Those are the stamps that would coordinate. Then you have happy. Again, 3 stencils for that one too. Anniversary, birthday, Father's Day, Mother's Day. You know, if you want to mix and match those. Sorry. So please forgive me. We are so sorry. Obviously, I couldn't make it for your loss. So there's a few different ones that go with that. Congrats on your wedding day, on your success. You did it. We are all proud of you. You have sending, And then, you know, thoughts, a paper hug, love your way, use sunshine. So sending you sunshine, hugs and kisses. And then miss you is all together. And the die cuts out miss and you, but you're going to go ahead and stencil all at the same time. So like crazy, wish you were here. Let's get together soon. Sending smiles across the miles. I'm here for you. So those are the ones we have there. Very cute. These are the stencils. Again, nice size. Well, I don't know if, again, I don't think I mentioned that to begin with, but you can tell hopefully by the size of these guys that, oop, let me get this. You really get into this. So we have all those stencils there. Again, that really great plastic material that they use for their stencils. It's not cheesy little stuff. It's a really nice quality stencil material. And then here we have the letterings, again, the script for everything else. And there you go. Nice size. And then let's give you a measurement here. Thankful is like 1 1/8 inch deep by 5 1/8. So if that gives you an idea. So they're just about 1 inch tall, the lettering, and then obviously they have different measurements in the other direction. So let me grab some papers and things. We'll start probably with the stenciling, and then we'll do the shadow box, and then we'll add in some ephemera and some other cute things. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I think I'm gonna do is thankful first, but I think I'm gonna run it through the die first, just so I can really make sure I get my lettering in the exact same spot, or right spot. Otherwise, I mean, you can layer these guys, you know, do that part first, then switch it out and do this part right, and you can see where the one ends and the other one starts, and all that good stuff. But I just wanna make sure I'm just right on it. So I think I'm gonna do thankful, and I'm going to run it through here. Okay, I'm just gonna run this through right quick. Like I just got in a folder here. So this is different than what they're depicting, but this is how I'm gonna do it today. And we're gonna put that right there. Very good. Let me grab some inks and we'll start with this. So I'm gonna leave it inside of there just so I have something else to hold on to, but I can see through here where there are landing. I think that looks good. Right in the middle. Yeah, you have the smallest edge. I'll get a little bit closer, maybe you can see. Sorry, I'm trying to do this slowly so you don't get dizzy. But it's a really small edge, which is nice. So I'm gonna put this here. And of course, grip mats would be great usage here, but I'm just gonna do that real quick and I'll be right back. And generally I would put this on a mat, but I'm just gonna start with these teal colors, and I'm just gonna do an ombre of these teal colors. So I'm gonna start with this lightest one. Generally when you stencil, you go light to dark. With this, it doesn't really matter because you're not like layering it in a way that like, oh, this needs to be light because the next one has to be darker on top so it shows through. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But I am starting with this lighter. And I think I need to re-ink this ink pad. Okay. But this is a very light color, so we're starting with that one. And then, cute, I'll go with the next. This one here. And again, just eyeballing, and they do layer over a little bit. I guess they do overlap some. So again, light to dark, that's just typical of stenciling. So this one is overlapping that one just a little bit. There are 3 of them, right? Okay. So I'm just gonna go with like a middle kind of darker color. And yes, I'm using the same little brush. That's just what I do. And I'm going to try to get a good amount of color. Again, I like to leave it a little organic looking, not completely filled in, but I do want it to be darker than the lettering we just used, the color we just used. So there we go. And it is. And then the last one, I'm going to go super darker. So that there's a difference there. Let's go with this guy. And it's just the A and the F. Alright. Let's put that here. Oh, okay. And yeah, much darker, as you can see there. So I'll dip a little bit less this time. So pretty in like that teal colorway there. Love it. Okay, so that is my Thankful, and I will wash these off. Again, these are water-based dye inks. I was using the Diamond Press inks, and I know they'll just rinse right off really nicely. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so with this guy, I think I'm going to pair it with some of this jean colored texture background. I think that'd be really fun, but I want this for the very background. So I think what I'll do is grab these guys. Again, you need the back. So I'm going to, again, cut this largest one this way because I want this showing. And then let's go from there. So this one I do want facing this way. These side pieces will be something different. So let's do this. I think the side ones, I want them to be just the blue color, the opposite side. So I'm going to cut one out in this direction, and then we'll finish up the rest of our pieces in on the flip side of this paper. So I'm just going to run this through, and I will be right back. Okay, so we have that guy. So that is our background piece. There's going to be a frame that's going to be covered. So do you want to make that the same color of this paper? You're going to be covering it. So to be honest, I'm just going to grab some black paper that'll be in the background there, and that's fine. So in this one, you're going to use that same outer piece, and you're also going to layer this guy in. And that's kind of what this is here for, to help you center it. So just keeping that there and putting a little tape, and I'm going to run that through. And let's go ahead and talk about the rest of this though. So that's the second piece, sorry. Just have this little stuff here, right? And that's the other thing. Then you need your Shadowbox frame. And so I'm gonna turn this over because I'm gonna use the blue from this side to do the scallop edge. Okay. So it'll have a blue frame. And then we also need two of the sides. And then I think that's it. So 2 of this one. So obviously one side's going to show, maybe it's not going to show, you know, while it's in there because they're on the very edge. So do you want the jean side showing, or do you want this blue side showing? I'm just going to do the blue, and since I have this here, I'm going to trim this away from here and then run this through on the blue side, okay? And I'll be right back. We need 2 of those. Okay guys, so I just want to show you these. So we have those 2 pieces. And then we have this frame. You have this piece that you can definitely use as a matte layer. There, and then the little frame piece, right? You don't need this middle section, but you're looking for this part of it right there. Okay, and look at me overlapping them and everything on here, and they're staying on there really nicely. Let me clean up just a little bit so we can focus on just the items that we need. Okay, so a couple things. We're going to stick this to this once it's all stuck down. But do you want to go ahead and decorate that first or afterward or however? But we are going to attach these sides. I do have some ephemera here from the other day that I want to try out on this one. So it does say the score lines on Shadowbox sides. So again, I can score them this way, I can score them the opposite way, just depends on what you want to see, right, on the sides. However, so I'm going to score this one too, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's my Shadowbox base. You're going to basically glue these onto here. Okay, and I'm going to glue them this way so that the jean, the denim, is facing the denim side. So I'm just going to turn this over right quick. But you're basically just going to adhere on the glue tabs. Right along there. And I always, you know, make sure they're straight, flush there, and that when you fold that, it's not impeded in any way. So I'll do the same thing with this side. Move that glue around a little bit. And again, make sure it's not impeded anyway. Okay, I'm going to let that set up just for a moment, and then we're going to stick this frame onto these glue tabs and then stick this guy on top. But before that, I think I'm going to see what I want to arrange. I think the thankful is going to be just like on this outside part. So, while I'm waiting for that to set up, I'm going to look through this little guy here and see what little flowers and things I might want to place, you know, and where in here to make like a little scene back here. Oh, I mean, we have cute things. But I'll be right back. I'm just going to choose a few things. Okay, so I just kind of went in there and found some flowers I thought looked cute. And I like the way these look. And then I'm going to put a little bunny in there, like, why not? So I'm going to put this here. And there's plenty of room for you to do this afterward. If you just want to put this together, you know, once it's into the shadow box form. But I'm going to put it there. Put this one. Oh, you know what? Let's have some fun with this, because I'm going to put a little bit of dimension here. And then on my bunny, too. There. There. It is a shadow box after all. Of course, you do want it to flatten out, so you don't want to do too high inside, unless you're going to put it like in a package where that's not a problem. But if you just want to mail this guy off, I'm going to do like something like that. No, a little more tilted. There we go. And then our little guy here, I'm just going to put a little bunny in here. And so I'm going to put some dimensionals in the back of him, and I'm just going to stick him right down, okay? Okay, I haven't pushed that down, but that looks pretty good. Let me make sure it's straight. Kind of straight there. Good. Okay, and then it says just to lay these down. So see how I'm just kind of pushing this way. And then this guy, obviously, the tab needs to go to the top. And they're just telling you to lay it flat. That way it's easier for you to stick this frame on. So just glue on the glue tab. Again, just on the glue tab. And I'm trying to see, this should be the same size, clearly, because it's the same outer die. So again, I'm just lining that up. Making sure it's not going to be a problem with these score lines and all that. Squish that down a little bit. Let that set up for just a second. And then I'll squish down the rest of it. Okay. And then this guy needs to lay flat also. And get this on here. Now mine's a little bit different because I put the dimensional here, but it should just lay down pretty flat. Just keeping it straight. Okay. I'm going to hold that. And then we're going to pop this cutie pie on top with our thankful. Okay, and now while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and bring this guy, and it's all basically the same sizing. And I did do a black background. I can see a little bit peeking out here and there, so a good thing I used black. If I had done white, it might peek out a little more. So maybe you want to use the same color as the paper you're using. But for now, I'm putting the glue down here because there is a scallop edge that I'm trying to avoid here. So I'm just going to put glue all there. And then pop this guy on. I'm following the opening, right, the aperture, just to make sure everything's good there. And I will hold that down. So cute. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm just kind of going around like this, just making sure it's nice and flat. Again, I did put a dimensional here. That's why it didn't just like flatten out. You have plenty of room if you want to just make the frame first and then add in your bits, because you can see, I mean, you can slide them in from the top, slide them in here. Nothing's really impeded. I just decorated it first. And then if you want to lay it the other way too, but basically I'm going to make mine so it closes up like this. I will give you a measurement on that right quick. I'm sure you're curious because I know the kind of questions I get a lot of times. It is just shy of 5.5, so it definitely will fit into your A2 size envelope, and it's just about 4 inches deep. So they did that on purpose. That I was laying down, it'll still fit an A2 size envelope. I love the way that looks, and that is very sweet. And then I think I'm going to pop this thankful right there. So let's just, again, you can do dimensionals. I'm just going to put glue towards this bottom bit because I can see that's where it's touching. Don't want to glue this shut inadvertently there. So just And it doesn't have to be right at the very bottom either. It can be a little bit higher up, wherever you want to stick that. Okay, so let me move over just a little bit. Because I can see the T and the L. Just try to keep it centered there. Okay. So I'm going to hold that down and I will be right back. You guys, I love this. A little sweet and serene little imagery here. I mean, if you want to put an acetate on this, just so it looks more like a Shadowbox, like all kinds of different ways to play with this. It's really, really sweet, really cute. Works up super fast, as you saw there. You know, pop anything in there, really. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Oh, one other thing else I was going to say. I was like, in my mind, I thought, okay, right now I was pausing. I know there's something else I wanted to say. It is 1/2 inch deep. Okay, so 1/2 inch deep. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, these are now available there on HSN, along with pretty much everything else that Die Press is bringing to the March 4th craft day. So I'll have images, I'll have the links as available in the description box, again, embedded in the video here, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.